Welcome back to Favorite Things. Today we're doing another Swiss Army knife video. This is my 2024 Mountaineer, but we're not talking about this one right now. We are talking about my early 1970s Victorinox climber that just returned after just over 3 weeks from Victorinox Service. You may have seen my previous video where I compared a new modern climber with this very old 1970s or even maybe 1960s climber, and that video was featured right over here. And you may recall that in that video there were some issues with this climber, namely some really badly worn scales and broken scissor. It was hard to open and close the tools, and so I've got it back. So let's check it out. All right, so here is the knife right there. Cool, and I can see that I'm gonna be very happy with that because they didn't replace one of the key features of this vintage knife. Here are the spare tools. So here are the replaced aluminum liners. Here's where it was damaged here. And you can see that the pivot points were pretty badly corroded, which made it difficult to open and close the tools. And the scissor was broken. I can see here that they went ahead and just replaced the entire scissor instead of just replacing the cross blade there. And then got some new scales. These are the old solid scales. I might be able to reuse this one on another knife, although it looks pretty warped. I'll probably hold off on doing that. And of course this scale had the missing shield. So let's take a look at what they did for us here. All right, so beautiful. We've got some brand new scales. Excellent. And you'll remember that the corkscrew was damaged, so they didn't do anything with the corkscrew. It's actually quite doable after I bent it back, so it's just got a little bit of a stretch here, so it overhangs just a little bit, but still pretty good. The tools snap open very nicely, so that's nice, yeah. So that's your cap lifter bottle opener and your can opener. And then we've got the main blade with the Victoria stamp. Still got a little bend in there, but that's okay. You know, this is a collector's item. I also didn't ask for any sharpening, so I don't need this to be sharpened. It's not going to be a using knife. Here's the clip point blade for the small blade. And this is what was repaired, the scissor. So they got a nice new full-on scissor there without the spring guide groove and with the slotted pivot there. So it is somewhat age appropriate, although it doesn't have the single leaf spring, it's got the double leaf spring, but they pretty much replace all those with the double leaf springs now. And on the back side, we also have the awl without sewing eye, pre-1985. And most importantly, we've got this nice little cutout on the inside of on one of the liners, and this is where you access the long nail file. So that's a very cool tool there that is not found on many knives. And so, yeah, they did a nice job in kind of renewing this knife, and you know, now this is still a collector's item, at least in my eyes, having the rare long nail file, the 5-turn corkscrew, the clip point small blade, and the Victoria stamp. Oh, one thing also, they gave me some new scale tools, so new toothpick, and you can see here there's a number 21 on there for what it's worth. I'm not sure if that was maybe 2021 when that was produced. I'm not sure, but I'm going to leave that there versus the older one that came with it. It's basically the same. It's a slightly different profile. I'll leave the new one in there, and then I will replace the new tweezer that they gave me with the original one, which has the aluminum head. So that can go in there and be kind of cool. So this is kind of a nice hybrid, old and new. So we've got new scales, we've got new toothpick, but the pre-1978 tweezers, the 5-turn corkscrew. We've got the pinhole in the new scales that we can add a pin if we wanted. We've got the old Victoria main blade, the small clip point blade. We've got the very useful scissor, the very functional cap lifter, bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, and wire bender, and maybe wire stripper. And then we also have the can opener and 3mm Phillips. And so, of course, we also have the awl with no sewing eye and the long nail file. So like I said in the previous video, the opening layer are not the age-appropriate parts for this particular age of knife. The can opener would have a patent stamp, and the bottle opener would have a wire stripper bevel edge here. And also the scissor would have a single leaf spring if it was completely authentic. But those are all parts that were replaced by the manufacturer, by Victorinox. They were done with quality and respect, and so I'm happy with that. Incidentally, the other tool here, the other Swiss Army knife I have here is called a Mountaineer. And the Mountaineer is basically the same tool set, just with an extra layer. So this is a 2024 model, and so you've got the same opening layer, except here you have the 90-degree stop, which was added a little bit later in the 80s. And then you've got the can opener, you've got the scissor, you've got the main blade, the small blade, which is a spear point blade. And then on the back side, you've got the corkscrew, 4-turn, and non-grooved. You also have a hole for a pin. And I happen to have a SIM card tool on this one here. I like the red color, kind of reflects off of the nice red scales. Of course, being post-1991, you get a parcel hook, and then you get the awl. Now, one thing that's missing off of that from the Climber is the nail file. However, the Mountaineer has the metal file / nail file. So this is the newest version of the nail file. It's a very aggressive design, so you can really do some rasping on your fingernails, and it has a nail cleaner at the tip. So this can function like the long nail file. So essentially the same tool set, just kind of a little bit reconfigured. And of course, we've got a hook as well. So there it is, early 1970s Climber, repaired and renewed by Victorinox without removing some of the really nice classic discontinued tools. And then we've got the modern Mountaineer. So two really great sacks to have. Anyway, that's it for that. And thanks for watching. See you later.